La 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 la. I love my life. I have so many rooms. My house is gorgeous. I'm so wealthy and privileged. Hi everyone, today we're gonna play Botany Manor. Botany Manor is a really bright, sumptuous, gorgeous game in which you get to play as a botanist. It is described on Steam as "Welcome to Botany Manor, a stately home in 19th century England. You play as inhabitant Arabella Green, a retired botanist. Explore your house and gardens filled with research to figure out the ideal habitat of forgotten flora. Grow each plant to discover the mysterious qualities they hold." Okay, so I think this basically wraps up the game in a nutshell. Let's just click play and enjoy. The flower is growing. It's really a gorgeous game, aesthetically wise. Oh. So we're at Botany Manor in Sommerset. There you go. This is our greenhouse. We are being given the instructions. So you can use your mouse to basically scroll around in this haphazardly way in which I'm doing it. At the moment we seem to be trapped here. As you can see, the door is locked. So we need to find a way to get out. And there is this weird kind of foggy energy in our greenhouse. It's not supposed to look like this all the time. So let's see, let's collect the parcel and examine it. So that's us, we are Arabella Green. Forgotten Flora, a Herbarium by Arabella Green. This is the book we are writing. Dear Arabella Green, thank you once again for submitting your book proposal, Forgotten Flora. Please send this empty herbarium back to us once you have completed your research, and we'll be in touch with a potential offer. Sincerely, Mayflower Publishing House. So basically, let's flick a little bit through the book. Here it is. We have a number of chapters, and each chapter is linked to the creation, to the growth, better said, of a couple of mysterious flowers. And there are very creative ways and very beautiful parts of the house that you need to be in order to make the book come to life. So let's close it for the time being. We have a letter from your groundskeeper. Lady Arabella, we're so happy to have you back at Botany Manor. I hope you had a lovely trip. In your absence, I'm afraid some things in the manor have deteriorated, though I can assure you we tried our best to keep things in order. I hope it doesn't affect your research too much today. Bennett. And it's actually quite a fun thing that you could do. You could also rotate objects. And yeah, just in case you're neurodivergent and you struggle to read this text, there are other options for you to read, just so you know. So, yeah. And we also, I think, did we have to collect a pot? No, I think we can actually exit right now. So, look at this. Okay, I'm not sure, I may be mistaken, but isn't this tree here called a rhododendron? Or rhododendron are actually bushes on the ground? Anyway, those of you who are more knowledgeable will likely help me out with this. So, let's examine what we have here. Wildflowers. We have number 1, the windmillwort, the volcanic flower. Number 2, the checkered lily, meadow flower. Number 3, the sword lily, woodland flower. 4, daffodil, grassland flower. And you could also like zoom in and watch them better. Yeah. Good. And then we have this chart over here. but we are advised to open the herbarium. Important clues get added to the herbarium where you can assign them to plants. If you're stuck, tracing clues can help you organize and validate your research. So our first basically assignment is to figure out what the windmillwort is, to track it down and grow it from a seed into an actual flower. I want to grow the windmillwort to filter the smoggy air in my conservatory, but I'll need to research its temperate requirements first. And in order for us to complete this assignment, we not only need to find the seeds of the plant, but we also need to find the 3 clues that can help us grow the plant. And then once we grow the plant is going to start behaving like a windmill, hence the name of the plant, and it will clear away this fog so we can move on to the next room and the next chapter. Look over here, isn't this gorgeous? So we have our seeds inventory. Here is our first package of seeds, and it becomes manifested here in your book, right in this corner. So basically we take this seed, we have potting soil. We scoop some soil into our little pot. We take the seed from our seeds inventory. It automatically falls into the pot, and there we go. We have the windmillwort. Let's have a look at the instructions. Place pot on saucer, add soil to pot, plant the seed, water the seed. So we also need to water the seed. And it grows a tiny bit, but we need the full flower in order to get rid of the smog. You can also pick up a pot and put it wherever you get space and redo the process, right? So you can put some more if you want. Let's have a look over here. We have some more clues, but also please take in the gorgeous scenery. Oh God. So we can push this wheel and we see a given temperature for this boiler, right? So we have this water boiler, a gorgeous copper water boiler. I really love copper as a metal. It's also the metal of my star sign because I'm a Pisces, and copper is protective to Pisceans, just so you know, in case you are one as well. More clues. The Sommerset Gazette, 19th of September 1890. Somerset falls victim to industrial smog. I can barely see. Horse bus drivers refuse to work in these conditions. If I'm not mistaken, in 1890, it was a Pluto in Taurus era. So, let's rotate it. Nothing of interest. There is something else over here. And now we need to rotate this postcard because we have to read what Marianne, my dear friend and peer, has written to me. On my hike, I came across the windmillwort, a flower that only grows in Sicily. Some locals told me the flower has air-purifying qualities, but due to its bespoke temperature requirements, the plant rarely blooms. Maybe the flower could help with the smog pollution in your conservatory. So we know that the plant likes heat because Sicily, in the southern part of Italy, is a very hot region, especially during the summertime. So we have here an air vent which we can open. So we allow the heat from the boiler that travels through this copper pipe. We allow it to basically flow into what? Well, we have a space for a pot here. So what we can do is we can go over to our plant, pick up the pot, not in the pond, and place it down. There we go. So we can help the plant grow by giving it Sicilian level heat. That was so accidental, I'm sorry, I just completely was flabbergasted. What? We already already had it preset at the right temperature. How? This is so cool. This didn't happen the first time I went through the game. I struggled a little bit to understand what the correct temperature should be. But there you go, guys. We're in luck. Things are going smoothly for us today. Yeah. We need some luck. We need some smooth energy in the collective. Okay, so we can add the clues that we discovered. The wildflower poster. We had the postcard. And we need one more clue that I think I missed. Can we just take in? Oh, I think I'm mistaken. I don't think this is a rhododendron. If I'm not, I may be wrong, but I think this is a bougainvillea or bougainville. I don't know exactly the correct pronunciation, but I think it may be more of a bougainville. And I think this is ivy. Anyway, coming back to, yeah, we basically grew the plant, and now the plant has cleared the air and we have our beautiful greenhouse again. Let's have a look. Yeah, the temperature was set for 60 degrees, which is exactly the type of temperature it needed. And I'm trying to remember where was the third clue. Look at this gorgeous pond. I don't remember, because over here we just have two. And you can see over here Sicily for volcanic flowers, and we know that the windmill wort is a volcanic flower. We need 60 degrees as a temperature, right? But it all happened so quickly, I didn't have time to kind of talk you through it, guys. Yes, and this is how the other half looks like. Anyway, seems like the game has a mind of its own today. We can take the plant, and actually I would like to take it with us into the big house. Why am I spinning so much? I'm gonna make you dizzy, guys. I'm sorry for confusing you. I'm in a spinny kind of mood. Actually, I've been feeling really low the whole day, so being able to play this game with you guys is really the highlight of my day. You guys mean a lot to me. I hope you know that. So now we are in the garden, and I want to go to the house. Although I think before we get inside the manor, we need to take a little trip to the gate. There is something for us waiting at the gate. Look at this! This is so cute! You can see the manor. It looks a little bit like a tinier, more romantic version of Gosford Park, if you guys know the film. So this is the gate. That's the entry to your manor. We cannot go further than this. And I'm going to put the pot over here for a second. Let's see. I'm currently busy researching. Please leave all deliveries in the gatehouse and ring the bell. So this is my notice to anyone who basically delivers for all the Amazon people. So every time, if you're in the house doing some research, you will need to come back to the gate every time when you hear the bell. Botany Manor, home of the Green family. Okay, and we also have something here for us. First of all, we have a key. This is important. And I think it was also the post box, no? No. So yeah, now we're ready to go and enter the actual manor. Isn't this nice? It's so breezy. Look at this. Although I need to mention that this degree of light, I doubt that you would actually see in the UK for more than 2 months a year, if you're lucky, and the days won't be consecutively bright. After having lived in the UK for 9 years, both in England and Scotland, I can tell you it's difficult. Although Sommerset is known as being sunnier and less weather beaten than other regions. I wanted to show you a little bit through the garden before we go in. I'm a little bit of a tease. I'm not going to show you the manor yet, but look at this garden space. There's this thin sliver of water. It's so cute. And these gorgeous white benches, and yeah, it must be gorgeous to be so rich. Okay, let's go into the house and put the flower down. So we have another workbench. And here, in the space in which she entered very eagerly, we can put our plants. Let's put it over here in the sun. It likes the sun, so as you can see, there are a lot of tiny pot holders. So this means that we have a lot of work to do, a lot of plants to grow. And there's a letter from your sister, my dearest Arabella. I hope this letter finds you well as you set off for London on your important trip. The thought of you in the bustling city working on your ambitions both excites and worries me. Time has indeed passed, and yet your determination for your field remains inspiring to me. I never imagined all those years ago that we would be writing to each other in our 5th decade about such endeavors. So Arabella is not a young lady, she is a woman in her 50s. I look forward to hearing about your progress, and of course, let me know how I can be of assistance upon your return. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Keep that name in mind because it will be important to solve a riddle in the next chapter. Okay, so here, as you can see, we're going to prepare our second plant. And there's also something interesting about the ducks. It's like when you see ducks, please pick them up and acknowledge them. There will be something related to different types of eggs that belong to different types of ducks later on in the game. But it's not part of the whole mystery solving aspect of it. It's just an additional, hey, look at all these ducks. Wow. What's going on here? So let's hit the book again, and we can see we have here 2 new plants. Fulguria. I came across the Fulguria when I was caught in a terrible thunderstorm. I'm interested to learn more about its growth requirements. And the ash bloom. This might be a tough case to crack. Okay, so we're gonna have right now 2 plants to grow, and we need to sort very carefully through the clues because we may jumble the clues and then we won't be able to finish the chapter. So you see there's a pot lid, It seems to be a plant that kind of grew very fast into a tree and unfortunately did not make it for long. It seems a little bit dead. Another letter from a genealogist. Lady Arabella Green, I am pleased to let you know that your family tree is complete, carefully tracing the history of your lineage. As per your request, I have altered the customary presentation, now displaying the maiden names of the ladies in your family, rather than their current names acquired through marriage. Should you require any further adjustments or have additional inquiries, I remain at your service. Robert Hinchley, genealogist. So, Robert helped create a family tree, and in the tree now we have the maiden names of the women in the family. So let's have a look. And this is us, so I can't really show you because my cursor is no longer functional, but Arabella Green is right at the bottom in the center, and then we have her sister Elizabeth Ann Green. So that's her maiden name, but she is married right now, so normally her name would have been Elizabeth Ann Hopgood, but her maiden name is Elizabeth Ann Green. E-A-G. Keep that in mind. We're gonna need this to crack the library lock. Another interesting thing is that you can actually choose, if you're tired, you can actually choose to sit on a chair and just admire your house. You know, you're a woman in your 50s, so you need some breaks from time to time. Okay. So let's see, what clues do we have here? Great Western Railway, Taunton to London Paddington, issued for a return journey, first class, elderly discount applied, 9th of July, 1819. So, a ticket to Paddington, to London Paddington. That's where Paddington Bear comes from. Okay, so we got the seeds of the Fulguria. We can see them over here. And let's see, let's collect some more clues. We have a blurry photograph of a plant. Camera experiment 1. I purchased a new camera and flash lamp to document my flowers. The picture looks a little blurry though. I'll have to investigate the camera settings. So there's a picture, there's a camera somewhere in the house. The picture is so dark, impossible to see the flowers. I can't believe how quickly I have run out of that incredibly expensive flash powder. Mercury is in retrograde and I keep slurring my words. Okay, camera experiment 2. I'm very pleased with this picture. It looks like I'm getting the hang of the camera. Okay, so somebody has been playing with the camera. No other clues. Let's open this door. Okay, and we're in this really beautiful cabinet. No time to sit. We have a case to crack. The Art of Painting in Oil and Fresco. These books are the same as the ducks. You pick them up, you look at them. They don't really help with the further investigation, but these do. So these are super important chemical formulations. We have sulfur, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, titanium, zinc, and barium. We have a chemical disposal bin, and we have a little flask to mix them in. Okay. We don't know yet what we need to mix in. Look at this. Gorgeous dining room. Yeah. You have a bell to ring and have your dinner or supper brought to the table. Okay, here we have another clue. Botanical folk tales. Some ancient Celtic tribes practiced a coming-of-age ritual. This meant that when someone was considered old enough, it was time to prove themselves worthy of staying in the tribe. One of these rituals involved picking a flower in the woods, though not just any flower, of course. The gatherer had to find a fulguria, for this flower is known to only bloom during thunderstorms. Keeping a cool head while lightning flashes were striking left and right of you was considered the ultimate test of courage. So, in order to grow the fulguria, we need something that resembles lightning. And remember what she said in those camera experiments, that the camera produces a really bright flash. What is similar to lightning? A camera flash. So, we have this gorgeous room. Another clue. This is you and your sister Elizabeth. Oh, don't I need this one? Oh no, it's just a stamp. There's a piano. Obviously you can sit around the fire if you so wish, but in this gameplay I don't want to keep... I know that your time is precious, so I'm just going to show you the story. We have some spectacles, some really cool vintage spectacles, and a poster. Your new Lumen photographic flash lamp. It's giving you instructions on how to use it. Fill the container with flash powder, close the container, press the button connected to the camera and the Lumen flash lamp. Witness a bright flash. And here is the camera. Ta-da! And I guess that by now you noticed that there is a space here for a pot. So we need to bring a pot and take a photo of it in order to grow our plant. Can you imagine when they had to do all of these steps in order to take a photo, and nowadays we can just lift our mobile and press click? I mean, look at all the cables. This is insane. So, Lady Arabella, these past weeks I have been seeing a lot of bright flashes coming from the back room of your house. It scares my cows immensely as they think a storm must be coming. Poor cows. My milk production has taken a hit because of this, and if you enjoy fresh milk in your morning cup of tea, I would advise you to keep the flashes to a minimum. Farmer Charles. Poor Farmer Charles. He thinks it's like the second coming. Okay. Now, this is important because it shows that in order to create a flash powder, we need potassium and magnesium, and the composition is 2:1 ratio. 2 and 1, 2 or 1, 2 with 1. I don't know exactly how to read these dots in chemistry, but yeah, we basically need 2 scoops of potassium and 1 of magnesium to create flash powder. So let's go quickly and make it in the other room. Okay, so 2 scoops of potassium, and 1 of magnesium. So this is our flash powder. Yeah, okay, so we loaded the camera, and now we need to make the plant. We have the seeds. Okay, so remember the process? We scoop the soil, we take the seeds, we water it, and now it's time to help it grow. La 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 la. I love my life. I have so many rooms. My house is gorgeous. I'm so wealthy and privileged. Oh God. Okay. So the glass plate is mounted. We have the powder. we placed the plant, and now it's time to take the picture and hope for the best. Let's look into our book. It's the best part of the game, when you see it appearing. Yes, so now we can continue with adding the clues, and we need to think, what were the clues that really helped us? Obviously the flash lamp manual, the letter from the farmer who complained about the camera, photographs, page 2, flash powder bottle, and I don't know exactly if the other one, the folklore book, yeah? There we go, and we finally completed the clues in the book. I just need to remember for this one, what was the other clue that I missed? That's weird, because this one is pretty simple. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the gameplay here. I don't want to make this video too long. We are already at 30 minutes. This is a really wonderful game. It's relaxing, it's fun, you're learning some new things, it's super creative, and towards the end there is a really bittersweet ending to it. It's quite feminist and empowering. I hope you don't miss it. It's quite subtle, so you need to pay attention to actually understand what exactly she missed. Yeah, it touches the heart. So, thank you so much for being here with me. Some of you have actually commented that this is so relaxing, that you like to watch these as you're doing some other things in the household. So, I'm really thrilled to hear that. It's a pleasure for me to create these videos for you. So, if they help you, all the better. Okay, I'll return soon with another game, because this is also really anxiety releasing for me and very calming. Until next time, have fun and happy gameplay.